Most people think freedom comes with making more money. But that's not always the truth.
For Ethan Parker, a 29-year-old freelance video editor from Ohio, freedom started with fear and a realization that almost destroyed him before it saved him.
Every morning looked the same: wake up late, open emails, hope for new projects. For some months, money flowed like a river. Other months, silence. No clients. No payments. Just overdue bills and late-night anxiety.
Like millions of freelancers, Ethan was trapped not by a 9-to-5 job, but by inconsistent income and poor financial control.
Then something changed. The world shifted fast. AI tools exploded, first in creative industries, then everywhere. Clients began saying things like, "We're actually trying AI for this now. Can you lower your rates? We'll hire again when we have the budget." In just 3 months, Ethan lost 40% of his clients.
He tried working harder, more hours, more gigs, more hustle, but life became survival.
Rent late. Credit card debt rising. Eating fast food to save time and money.
He stopped answering calls from friends. He felt ashamed.
On one lonely night, surrounded by unpaid invoices and empty coffee cups, Ethan whispered to himself, "How did I end up here? I make money, but I never see it. Where does it go?" That night, something clicked. Money wasn't his problem. Control was. And if AI could take jobs away, maybe AI could also fix his finances. That's where Ethan's journey began, not with a big win, but with a simple question and one AI budget system that would change everything. Fade out music. Hook complete. Journey begins. For Ethan, the breaking point didn't come from failure. It came from false hope. 2 weeks after losing his biggest clients to AI, he got a message from a new potential client. They needed a long-term editor and the pay looked solid, almost enough to cover his rising rent and debt. He spent the entire night preparing a perfect portfolio, polished proposal, and a strategic offer. The interview went great. They liked him. They said he was talented. They said they'd get back to him tomorrow. Tomorrow came. No email. Day 2. Nothing. On day 3, he refreshed his inbox for the 50th time, and there it was. Not a job offer, but a rejection. "We decided to use AI tools instead. They're faster and cheaper. Thank you for your time." In that moment, Ethan felt something worse than panic. He felt replaceable. And that fear is something millions of freelancers are experiencing right now. AI wasn't just a tool anymore, it was competition. That night, Ethan opened his bank app, $236 left. Credit cards, maxed out. Rent due in 5 days. Groceries? Not enough. Gas? Maybe. He Googled, "How to survive as a freelancer in 2025, AI replacing creative jobs, why I can't save money, freelancer budget system," but one result stood out: your problem isn't income. It's a broken money system. Curious, he clicked. The article explained a brutal truth: most freelancers don't go broke because of low income, they go broke because they don't control their cash flow. No budget. No plan. No system for money. Just chaos. And then he saw a line that hit him like lightning: you don't need to make more money, you need to tell your money where to go. AI can help you do that. He had tried AI for editing. But AI for budgeting? For saving? For freedom? This was the turning point. Ethan made a decision that night: he would build a simple AI-powered money system that could help him survive inconsistent freelance income. A system that didn't need spreadsheets, boring financial books, or hours of math. Something automatic. Something simple. Something life-changing. And that decision started a journey he never expected. For most people, change starts with motivation. For Ethan, it started with desperation. He didn't have time for a long-term plan. He didn't have savings. He didn't have stability. What he did have was 5 days before rent was due. So he grabbed what he had left: his laptop, his will to survive, and hope. That night, he typed into a search bar, AI budget system for freelancers. He didn't know exactly what he was looking for. But he knew one thing: if AI could organize complex workflows, analyze massive data, write code, and even edit videos, surely it could help him control money. The simple system: he found a blog explaining something called the 50/30/20 rule, a simple budgeting method. 50% needs, rent, food, bills, 30% wants, life enjoyment, 20% savings and growth, future freedom. Sounds good, he thought, but my income changes every month. How do I budget something inconsistent? That's when he found a simple but life-changing concept: budget based on reality, not hope. Build a budget that adapts to your income automatically. And that was the moment he connected the missing piece. White heavy checkmark: AI can do automation. White heavy checkmark: freelancers need automation. White heavy checkmark: money should be automated too. So he opened ChatGPT and typed, create a simple adaptive budget system for freelancers with variable income. Include emergency funds, taxes, and sinking funds for unexpected expenses. In less than 10 seconds, he had a fully personalized budget system in front of him. Not theory. Not fluff. A real system he could use instantly. He copied the AI-generated table into Google Sheets. Then he used Notion AI to build a money dashboard. Then he used Tallyforms plus Zapier to build an automated income tracker that categorized his earnings the moment money arrived. Suddenly, his messy freelance cash flow had structure. The AI finance stack that changed everything piece by piece. Ethan built a system. Problem: AI solution, inconsistent income, AI adaptive budget plus Google Sheets, no savings discipline, auto transfers using budgeting rules, emotional overspending, AI based spending alerts, no tax planning, AI calculates 15 to 20% tax holdback, no money clarity, Notion AI finance dashboard. For the first time in his life, every dollar had a job. He wasn't budgeting manually. He wasn't stressing in spreadsheets. He was automating survival. Money psychology shift, but something else changed in him, not just his finances. His mindset shifted from reactive to strategic. Before, I hope I get enough projects. After, I know exactly how much I need and how to grow it. Before, money is stressful. After, money is a system. Systems can be built. AI didn't just help him budget. It gave him control. The first win: end of week 1. He tracked every dollar, he automated savings, he created a tax buffer, he cut emotional spending by 27%. He finally had a money plan. No more guessing. No more, I'll do it next month. No more blind survival. He looked at his Notion dashboard and saw something he hadn't felt in months: progress. And progress feels like freedom. This wasn't the end of Ethan's story. This was the beginning of his transformation. Up next, he would build an AI-powered cash flow system, stack AI side hustles, and create financial freedom even as a freelancer. This wasn't a story about budgeting anymore. This was a system for life. Ethan didn't just want survival anymore. He wanted freedom. His AI budgeting system gave him control, but it didn't solve everything. He still had debt. He still had unpredictable freelance income. He still had no long-term plan. But now, thanks to AI, he had clarity, and clarity leads to strategy. Control cash flow or stay broke forever. Most people think money problems are about income. They're not. They're about cash flow, how money enters and exits your life. So Ethan asked AI a new question: create a cash flow system that works even if my income changes every month. AI replied instantly: white heavy checkmark, use buckets, white heavy checkmark, use auto allocation, white heavy checkmark, use percent rules instead of fixed amounts. And in under 10 minutes, Ethan had 5 AI powered money buckets: bucket purpose, auto allocation, essentials, rent, groceries, bills, 50% freedom, fund, savings buffer plus emergency, 15% growth, courses, tools, 10% fun, life enjoyment, 10% future investing, 15%. Instead of asking, can I afford this? He now asked, which bucket does this belong to? Money stress dropped by 70%. Why? Because systems remove emotion. Automate survival first. AI showed Ethan why most people fail with money. They try to automate getting rich before they automate not going broke. So he set 3 non-negotiables: white heavy checkmark, emergency fund minimum, $1,000, white heavy checkmark, rent protection, 1 month saved, white heavy checkmark, monthly buffer, $300 mini safety net. ChatGPT helped him build a 30-day survival automation plan.
Auto transfer 15% of income. Emergency bucket. Auto transfer $5 per day. Safety buffer. Freeze impulse spending using AI. Spending guard with Notion reminders plus SMS triggers. For the first time ever, money stopped leaking from his life.
Track less. Automate more. Tracking every expense manually is torture. 99% quit.
So Ethan used AI plus automations instead. White heavy checkmark. Connected Stripe plus PayPal plus bank to Tiller Money. White heavy checkmark. Used Zapier to send every payment to a Google Sheets income tracker. White heavy checkmark. Built a dashboard that calculated monthly average income, volatility, spending discipline score, financial runway, months he could survive without work. He didn't track money anymore.
Money tracked itself. Multiply income with AI skill stacking. Money automation created stability, but not freedom. Freedom comes from increasing income faster than expenses. So Ethan used AI to work smarter, used ChatGPT plus Notion AI to write outreach scripts, generated portfolio videos in hours using Pika Labs plus Runway setup. Upwork plus Fiverr proposal automations offered AI editing plus AI social media packages, premium services. Result? He closed 5 new clients in 14 days, not by working harder, but by upgrading value. Invest early. Even small. Ethan always thought investing was only for rich people. But AI said otherwise. ChatGPT created a beginner investing roadmap for him. White heavy checkmark. Use a Roth IRA for tax-free future growth. White heavy checkmark. Start with index funds, though, VTI. White heavy checkmark. Automate $5 a day into passive investing. White heavy checkmark. Avoid emotional trading. And AI reminded him with a metaphor he would never forget: money is a worker. Investing hires workers. Every dollar you invest becomes an employee that earns for you even while you sleep. So Ethan started small. Relentlessly. $5, $7, $15, $50 a week automatic freedom fund. The transformation begins after 6 weeks. White heavy checkmark. Debt stopped increasing. White heavy checkmark. Bills were paid early. White heavy checkmark. Savings were growing. White heavy checkmark. Confidence returned. White heavy checkmark. Stress dropped. White heavy checkmark. Momentum began. He didn't feel stuck anymore.
He felt in control, not because he made more money, but because he learned how to keep it, grow it, and direct it.
And AI didn't replace him. AI empowered him. Ethan didn't become rich overnight.
There was no lottery moment.
No secret millionaire trick. No miracle.
What changed his life wasn't money, it was control.
He stopped living in fear.
He stopped waiting for someday. He stopped thinking success comes from luck or perfect timing. Instead, he built something stronger, a system powered by AI, but driven by discipline.
He no longer checked his bank account with anxiety. He no longer felt insecure when clients rejected him. He no longer wondered where his money went. Because he already knew.
He didn't just survive the world of AI, he used AI to build freedom.
And this wasn't just Ethan's story. It could be anyone's story. Maybe you're stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. Maybe your freelance income is inconsistent. Maybe your debt feels like a storm you can't outrun. Or maybe, you're just tired of money controlling you. But here's the truth nobody tells you: you don't need to be rich to feel free. You just need a plan that works. AI won't save your life. But it can give you structure. It can give you clarity. It can give you control if you choose to use it. Your story can change today. Not next month. Not next year. Today. You can start small, set up an AI budget system, automate savings, track your income, build stability, grow on purpose, because financial freedom isn't a dream, it's a system you build one step at a time. So if this story moved you, don't just watch it. Start your journey. Because your future self is waiting for you, and they're stronger than you think. Subscribe for more stories that change how you see money. And if you're ready, I'll show you exactly how to build your AI money system next.